go, hey, let's go, come on.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
319! 319!
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Oh, twisting away. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there from McCaffrey. 55 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Now they'll run on the draw. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
It really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now back to throw. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, look at 50 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second
Watch it now,
down.
Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll set up to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he spins past him and into space. He's at the 30. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete here.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now throwing again. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A second nice move. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And give them a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
They'll look to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Back 99 Philly, here we go! All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go, come on.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Hurry up. No.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. To throw is Rodgers. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Watch it now, Marty. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll look to throw here. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. This is McCaffrey on the give. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On second down, here's Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Rodgers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
319.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! 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 Over! Over! Over!
He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw here. Going underneath for Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Patriot. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Gun.
They'll drop to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid on picking up a first down.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and now it's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Go.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucks are going to take the lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Back to throw again. And this is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Back to throw. Eluding the print. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now Rodgers on third down. Throwing a slant pattern here, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on second down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is complete. It's Allen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Sack 99 Philly, here we go. Gone! 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 Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, second and goal.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's third down. Looked like he may have had it there for just a split second. He had positioning, couldn't get it to stick in his paws.
How about them both going up for it at the moment of truth there? You thought he had it, as you noted. Didn't come down with it. Contested a little bit. Maybe he should be a defensive back with hands like that.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Here's McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Rodgers looking to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rodgers to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, But if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Looking to throw. Rolling to his right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Gone,
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not?
The officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the home team here, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.